Most accurate forecast with Thomas Geboy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
Good afternoon, Utah. Happy Monday. Hope that your work week has gotten off to a great start. We'll start off with the current view from Salt Lake City, from Ensign Peak, looking down into the Salt Lake Valley. And this has been a familiar view recently. Looking down, and there is clearly a lot of inversion haze. The air quality not the greatest in our northern Utah valleys, but above, we have mostly sunny skies. So if you're going to be heading up to our mountains today, a bluebird day for sure. But in Salt Lake City, we're sitting at 35 degrees with a northwesterly breeze at 13 miles per hour. The winds will continue to increase this afternoon into tonight, and clouds will eventually begin to increase as our next storm system will be on the way. So hopefully with those stronger winds that are moving in, we'll start to see some of that inversion begin to ease a little bit. But in the Salt Lake Valley and Cache Valley, along with the Uinta Basin, we're expecting unhealthy for sensitive groups air quality, while the rest of our northern Utah valleys are mainly going to fall into the moderate range. But air quality will be getting better over the next couple of days as we get more stormy weather going from Valentine's Day through the middle of the week. Here's the current view, though, down in southwestern Utah. No, you don't have to worry about the haze here. And we do have a little bit of cloud coverage in southwestern Utah. We're mainly going to be looking at partly cloudy skies. The chance for wet weather in southwestern Utah, for the most part, outside of the high terrain, has come to an end. But here's the view currently in Blanding in southeastern Utah, where snow is still falling. And the reason why we're seeing wet weather in the southeastern portion of the state is there's a current low pressure working its way through Arizona, going from west to east. So in the southeastern portion of the state, we're going to hold on to the chance for showers, low elevation rain, high elevation snow, and in places like Blanding, we're going to see times of snow. And in the high country in south central and southwestern Utah, we'll see the chance for lingering showers through at least the next couple of hours. But you can actually see that low pressure working its way through Arizona. But as we go from this afternoon into tonight, the focus will then become the system coming in from the Pacific Northwest, and that's what's going to be impacting our weather going from Valentine's Day through the middle of the week. And because of that, we already have winter storm watches that will be going into effect starting tonight, lasting through Wednesday afternoon. From the central mountains down to the southern mountains, including portions of southwestern Utah, south central Utah, and southeastern Utah as well. Even though you see these watches in effect for the central and southern portions of the state, that doesn't necessarily mean northern Utah is not going to get anything. It just looks like, based on the current model trends, is that southern and central Utah are going to see the bulk of the moisture when it comes to this system moving in. But we'll break down those details coming up in just a moment. But as for today, daytime highs in northern Utah, similar to what we had yesterday, upper 30s and low 40s along the Wasatch Front. And we'll also see similar daytime highs for the Wasatch back. 24 in Logan, 41 degrees down in Cedar City, and a daytime high of 57 in St. George, and also in southeastern Utah to accompany that chance for wet weather. We also could hear a few rumbles of thunder today as well. Let's go ahead and begin the futurecast, and we'll begin it this evening. And as we go throughout this evening, clouds will start to increase in northern Utah as wet weather begins to exit southeastern Utah. And during the overnight hours, as that storm system works its way in, isolated showers going to be a possibility. We could see some slippery conditions out there for the Tuesday morning commute. Even along the Wasatch Front, that can't be ruled out, but the chance for wet weather looks to increase a little bit more as we get throughout the day for tomorrow, and colder temperatures will be working their way in before Wednesday. We start to see the skies gradually begin to calm down, and we'll be looking at calmer conditions by Thursday into Friday. But your expected snow totals: northern valleys a trace to 2 inches, benches 1 to 4, northern mountains 4 to 8, but we could pick up a little bit more in the cottonwoods. Then for the southern and central valleys, 2 to 5, mountain valleys 2 to 6, and the central mountains 6 to 12, along with the southern mountains as well. And in isolated locations, we could pick up more than that. As for St. George, that chance for wet weather looks like it's come to an end, but we'll have the chance for showers tomorrow. Maybe even we could see some snow, but at this point it looks like a better chance of seeing rain. Just depends if the moisture holds on long enough. Then calmer Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then along the Wasatch Front, hazy for today. Scattered snow showers a possibility for our Valentine's Day. A slight chance through early on Wednesday. Significantly colder temperatures. Highs will go back down to the low 30s before they moderate by the end of the week into the upcoming weekend.